Yo, what is up, everybody? Resco back again with the final story from the collection titled Words Most Deathly Short Stories to Chill You, written by Katie Moore 13. Remember to use the links in the description below. Show love to the author, like, comment, and subscribe. John and Jane are still alive. They didn't know our names. We had no IDs. We abandoned them 2 towns back, outside Omaha. The police hadn't been called to identify us. There was no need. Not yet. We were miles from home, miles from home, far from anyone who might remember us. So, they named us. They gave us little nameplates to mark our beds, like children at camp. Doe, John. Asleep in the cold box, beside Doe, Jane. Until Doe John wakes up, of course. Doe Jane was already awake. The clang, clang, clang. She fights her way to freedom, echoes in the tiny space around me. Deafeningly loud, but music to my ears. This was hardly the first morgue we have escaped. It probably won't be the last. And over the years, we became veritable Houdinis. We escaped the boxes within minutes and closed them behind us. How long has it been since you were John Doe? How long was our last hospital trip? 4 months? 5? 6 even. I think it might have been 6. Not the longest we've gone without being caught. What was the longest? 3 years, I think. Maybe even 4. 5 even. We can only agree that it was years. In 5 years' time, we must have gone through half a dozen different names. We had gone through so many in our lifetimes that even between us, we couldn't remember them all. And yet, we always seem to end up right where we are. Unknowns. Jane and John. I checked the box one last time to be sure it's secure. The poor soul that opens it in the morning will surely suffer, hopefully metaphorical, heart attack when found it empty. But there's nothing I can do to prevent that. The human mind can only handle so much, and a vanishing corpse is usually out of bounds of so much. I could leave a note, explain the situation, but why complicate things? Will disappear without a trace, and after a few days of fruitless searching, become a strange footnote in the town's history. Will be forgotten, and that's how we wanted it. We find where the hospital employees had stored our clothes, but the clothes we take belong to other bodies. Bodies with names, personal effects stored along clothing. New identities for us. So, who are we now? This one says Samantha Howell. Looks like I'm Philip McLaughlin. Sorry, Samantha. Sorry, Philip. We both understand the next step. Get far, far away from this town. Away from anyone who might remember Mr. McCollin and Miss Howell. And away from the sundown people. We crept quietly into the hallway, looking left and right for night guards and anyone else working the dreaded late shift. Hospitals never rest after all, not even morgues. Thankfully for us, they must not see much. The to watch over the morgue. To be fair, corpses don't often get up and walk away. But we keep our heads down, hold our breaths, we see the living, and creep around nurses with their backs turned. And they don't see us as walking corpses. They don't see us at all. They look right past, and we walk freedom. We walk through the doors, breathing in the cool, sweet night air, the glorious air of freedom. Where do we go now? My Jane asks me. Where to now indeed? California? San Francisco. Yeah, San Francisco. Let's go to San Francisco. We're free. We have identities. We have a destination. All we have to do now is get there. What we don't have, not yet anyway, is a vehicle. So, we walk. She links her arm with mine as we walk. She smiles, the lights of the city illuminating her beautiful face. I smile back. She wasn't smiling the last time I saw her. I stiffen, my grip tightening. I try not to dwell on our encounters with sundown people. I try not to remember them at all. I like to just leave them as blanks in my memory. But this one, I remember perfect detail. We didn't see them coming. It's impossible to see the sundown people coming. They look like anyone else until you see their shadow eyes. We were blindsided. But one good thing about the sundown people, they're not subtle. They'll hit you with a bullet to your front tire, albeit on the highway at 3 a.m. where no one will see, before they'll try to sneak up on you. The tire exploded, breaking the silence in the morning, and the car spun out of control, smacking into the guardrails. My head smacked against the wheel, and the world turned red. I could hear screaming, shouting, "Ah, damn them!" I got out, the world spinning around me, and reached into the back seat, my gun. There wasn't time. They leapt, 5 of them, from the shadows, grasping for us. I shouted, fighting back as best as I could, but the Sunset people are strong, stronger than a human. We are not. A chill crept over my heart as I wondered what they would do to us this time. They had tried so much already. Knives, ropes, fire, ice, bullets. So much pain. And each time I had to see the fear and the torment on her face. This time, it was glass. Glass from the car window. They made it look like an accident. I saw the blood. I saw her fear. I saw her pain. I screamed, not for me, but for her, for my Jane. She squeezes my arm, taking me away from my memory. What's wrong? Why do they hunt us? I don't know. What have we ever done to them? I don't know. They hate immortals, all of us. Are there any more of us? Maybe, I hope so. I think so. I think there are more out there, in a war with the sundown people. A war we have nothing to do with, but because we never stayed in hiding, because we chose to live in the normal world, they chase us. Yeah, when a policeman is killed in Dallas, Anyways, yeah, I forgot how that goes. Yeah, I don't remember all of it, but it's something like they can't find the fiend, they just wipe the slate clean and blame it on Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, something like that. It just came to mind. But we're their fiends, you know, and they'll never stop hunting us. Doesn't it go on, the poem? I answer. He doesn't seem to want to talk about the Sundown people, and I don't really want to either. One day, we'll both go down, and they'll bury them side by side. Yes, they'll bury us again and again and again, and we'll come back. You can't keep a good immortal down, right? Right. The Sunset people will find the way. One day, they will find the way to kill us truly. For good, so we will not rise again. But that day is not today. Not tonight, rather. Tonight, we run. And ladies and gentlemen, the end of our stories.